What happens when one of the world's most critical manufacturing hubs becomes, too expensive to build in? If you're relying on these Korean manufacturing giants in your supply chain, you have to wonder if their competitive position is actually strengthening globally or fundamentally weakening under domestic labor constraints, creating massive structural risks for anyone buying from them. It's Monday, June 22. Let's take a look at a key development in Korea's industry sector.
Right. So our mission for you today is exploring how major Korean conglomerates are aggressively hunting for growth outside their saturated core businesses.
Well, Samsung Electronics recently bundled 20 IoT smart appliance categories into their new modular home launch.
And 140.8 billion US dollars represents the projected value of the global modular housing market by 2029.
Right, so this upfront modular strategy replaces 10 individual appliance replacement cycles by, installing the home's entire nervous system all at once.
Exactly. And LG Electronics signed 2 strategic overseas modular housing partnerships in Sweden and Australia.
Wow, and the U.S. Advanced Manufacturing Production Credit will roughly triple clean energy subsidy payouts for these companies by next year.
Yeah, meaning this specific U.S. policy adds roughly 4 trillion won, or 2.9 billion US dollars, to combined annual earnings support across the big 3 battery makers by next year.
Right, because 7.147 trillion won, or about 5.1 billion US dollars, is the forecast Q2 revenue for LG Energy Solution, driving 207.5 billion won, or 150 million US dollar operating profit heading into the quarter.
While Samsung SDI expects 3.668 trillion won, or roughly 2.6 billion US dollars, in Q2 revenue amid narrowing operating losses.
But 30,997 US dollars reflects Korea's hourly labor productivity, representing only 68.8% of the G7 mean.
Does this severe productivity gap force 3 major conglomerates to seek overseas modular housing deals and U.S. subsidies instead of expanding domestic production headcount? Well, the modular housing push is a durable structural shift from replacement cycles to new build specification, not just some tactical experiment. For non-Korean firms, this 4 trillion won, or 2.9 billion US dollar, annual AMPC reliance repositions U.S. energy policy continuity as the primary supply chain risk. Ultimately, Korea's structural ceiling on labor productivity forces these conglomerates to hunt for growth globally.
So as they reposition their supply chains globally, what should you be watching back in their local market?
You really need to watch how order data from the upcoming Busan Mobility Show might signal second-half domestic auto demand.
Right, because that directly impacts the broader hashtag KOSPI index.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's today's AI Prism Industry Daily. This episode was produced with AI assistance based on Seoul Economic Daily reporting and reviewed by a human editor. AI Prism is a WAN-IFRA award-winning series. We'll be back tomorrow.